Hello, my name is Gráinne Kennedy and I'm the Climate Action Coordinator for Waterford City and County Council. You've probably heard a lot in the news these days about carbon emissions and our country's commitments, and possibly even some of the impacts of climate change that we're seeing around the world at present. We know it's a lot to take in, but here in Waterford we want to really take on this challenge, and we want businesses to be part of that with us. And the good news is that the technology that we need to do this work is pretty much available. We just need to get started. So this is just to lay out the challenge for Waterford. If we look at just the city on its own, about 17% of our emissions from in the city come from the service sector. Another 20% come from industry. So that's fossil fuels, oil and gas that we burn for heating and for processes, or possibly diesel and petrol that we use for transporting goods. So 37% is a large amount of our carbon footprint just in the city alone here. So really, to achieve what we want to become a sustainable county and city with a clean and healthy environment, we need business to be part of that. And there are great benefits for business. There are opportunities to save money. There's also opportunities to get your staff involved and to make sure people are motivated by this challenge that we have ahead of us. So if we look at our own emissions, so this is not just, as I say, this is not just a business challenge. This is about households, it's about farms, it's about public sector in all of its ways. So if we look at the amount of fossil fuels that we use each day, so we have oil and gas that we might use for heating, or we might have electricity that we might use. So a lot of that energy at the moment comes from fossil fuels. And if we imagine those fossil fuels as being represented by this paper, in the next 8 years, our challenge is that we need to reduce those fossil fuels by half. And then in the next 10 years after that, we need to go again. And then we need to go again until the amount of fossil fuels that we have, oil, gas, petrol, diesel, in our county being used is minimal, really. And a lot of this will happen because we have renewable energies coming into our electricity. We're using more electricity for heating and for our vehicles and things like that. But there is a large gap that needs to be met by businesses and households becoming more energy efficient. And this is where we want to speak to you all, and we want to work with you over the next few years to become as energy efficient as possible. So what do you need to get started? You actually don't need to have any specialist knowledge at all. You just need to know your own business, and you need to get your staff on board. So there is free training from SEAI to get staff enthused and kind of working towards energy efficiency in your business. If you have a member of staff that is great and can take this on, absolutely say it to them and make it a priority in your business. And if you do that, you'll be able to see savings of between 10 and 15%. And you'll also make sure that that person will be kind of driving the initiative in your business. 10 and 15% savings in any business today, when energy costs are so volatile, is something that we should all be going for. And that's just from behaviour change. We're not even talking about capital costs here. So if we're to go on further from that, so we've looked at our staff, we've looked at all of our processes, we've seen what could be done, then we should get an energy audit done. An energy audit will help us to identify what are the biggest energy users in our company, what we can do to make those energy savings, and how we can identify those funding streams that we can use. At the moment, there is a plethora of support out there for businesses to get energy audits. If you're a small business but you spend over 10,000 euros a year on your energy, you can avail of a 2,000 euro grant through SEAI. If you're a business that spends less than that, your local enterprise office will help you through the Green for Micro programme. And finally, for those companies who work with Enterprise Ireland, they have a separate scheme that you can avail of, and it's not just audits you can do there, you can also get consultancy support to make your business as sustainable as possible to help you win business across your own market. So once we have our energy efficiency audit done, your consultant will come back to you, they will speak with you and hopefully your many staff who will be involved in this initiative, and they will tell you what funding stream to go for. We have the Better Energy Community scheme is the most commonly used one in the southeast. So that's through SEI. You have a local project coordinator. You can find out their details on the SEI website. They will manage the job for you. They will make those energy savings and then they will verify and get that money back for you. So we've made our energy saving. Then we might want to look at our electric vehicles. We might want to replace some of our fleet vehicles with electric versions. There's a grant towards that. If you even just want to help staff improve driving practices to save energy, there's eco-driving training. There's different equipment that you can install on heavy goods vehicles and different things like that. There are many, many opportunities and we'd be happy to speak with you about those. We also have tax implications for companies who would like to look at energy efficiency in their equipment. So if you want to buy a more energy efficient piece of equipment and it might cost us a slight bit more, there is an opportunity if you are a sole trader or someone who pays corporation tax that you can deduct that cost from your profits in that year that the equipment is purchased. So that is a good few bits of help that people can avail of at the moment. We will follow up with a fact sheet on this that you can speak about with your staff, and basically you can get your energy audit done and have your staff go on the training. You are part of a big effort here in Waterford City and Waterford County. You are also part of a big effort worldwide. We are one of 11,000 signatories of what's known as the Covenant of Mayors. So we are, along with 11,000 other cities and county councils, we are all looking at energy saving together. So we are very glad to have you join us today. I'm very glad that you've taken the time here to save a little bit of energy and to think about these things, and we will be working with you in the next few years to make those energy savings. Thank you very much.